I want to continue talking matters environment, but this time from a different angle. The hot charcoal ban has been airing on Citizen TV over the last 2 days, talking about the charcoal ban that happened after the directive by Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu. We now have her live from her office in Kitui County. Governor, good morning. Thank you so much for finding time to talk to us.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, Governor, before we talk about the hot charcoal ban, I need to ask you this, however. I'm sure you've been watching what's been happening at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Can I give you a minute to give a reaction to what happened to Miguna yesterday, and of course members of the press as well?
Yes, I did watch what happened at JKIA last night, and I've been hearing on what is happening right now. I personally think that we all know as a county, Miguna, we know he's a Kenyan citizen, and for me, Miguna should be allowed in the country as a Kenyan citizen.
Okay, thank you. You keep it short and sweet. Let's now switch gears and talk matters to do with your county. I don't know if you got the chance to watch that series, two-part series that was done by Wasam Gituku, but what came out clearly is that innocent traders have been affected by this ban. They are not the reason why the ban happened. We know there are cartels operating within the county, but they are affected. Their wares are not moving. They are stuck. They are broke, Governor. What options do they have?
I do not know about traders who have been affected, but I can only talk about Kitui people who have been affected by this charcoal burning, perennial charcoal burning, destroying our forests, destroying our trees, and as a result actually making our rivers dry up, us not getting enough rains, and therefore people suffering much more than what you would talk about the traders. I see that you are talking about traders have been affected, but I have not heard you talk about how badly Kitui people have been affected, that year in, year out, Kitui people have been living on food relief because they don't get adequate rains to plant and grow their own food. So I think you need to now change the narrative, and that people need to do other things that are more beneficial to all our lives and do other kinds of business. However, let me also say to you that the County Assembly of Kitui actually passed a law that banned absolutely charcoal burning and sand harvesting. So as the executive, we were only implementing that law that was passed.
Governor, you've raised
to keep it that way.
You have raised a fair point, and I agree with you that Kitui County was suffering. We could see from those aerial shots. But so what more beneficial options would you give to those who now do not have work? What ideas can you give them as their leader? No. Just listen to me, that the fact that you find a child playing with a knife or getting them to be happy with a knife does not mean that they cannot cut themselves. And therefore, I'm just saying that due to the maybe poverty levels in this county, we resorted to cutting trees. But we have alternatives right now. By the way, you need to understand the resources that are made available through devolution can actually cushion our people. And that is what we intend to do. We are putting resources into people planting trees. We are putting resources in people having more livestock instead of actually every day cutting trees. And since we are going to do that, we are going to cushion them. We are going to give them alternative, better alternative. Okay. And let me also say here that the traders we are talking about, both from Kitui and elsewhere, we will deal with our own traders who have been doing that here. In fact, I have put a meeting that I'm going to meet with them, and also those others who are coming from elsewhere, let them also go and organize themselves from their own place. Thank you. Okay, Governor, there's a perception out there that Kitui charcoal is considered affordable. That's why, it's so popular in terms of the demand for it. What would you say about your county government focusing on teaching Kitui people the value of their charcoal so that they do not sell it at throwaway prices, because that may be one of the reasons why
I like what you have said, that Kitui charcoal is considered affordable, meaning that they are giving us little money for our charcoal. However, little money or much money, we do not want it right now. What we want is now to do reforestation, to ensure that we can plant more trees. We have got to decide now, choose between
perennial poverty and getting money, whatever money it is for charcoal now, and our people perish. We have chosen the hard way that for now we may suffer, but we are going to do the right thing for our people.
Finally, Governor, this matter to some extent has gotten out of hand because it's involved conflict with governors of other counties. I'm talking specifically about the governor of Kiambu County, Ferdinand Waitito. There are those who feel that in your move to carry out the directive, what the county government has passed into law, what the national government is saying as well, that you may have incited some residents of your county. Some of them have taken matters into your own hands. What are you going to do to protect the sanity between communities and counties moving forward, Governor?
We did not incite people. We only told them to protect what belongs to them, and that is in law. The Constitution says that we must protect environment. We must protect everything that belongs to each county. And let me also say that I realize other governors have also now followed suit. That to say that you people coming from whichever county, whether they come from Kitui to cut trees in Narok or to cut trees in Kajiado, it is not allowed. So let them, those who are doing their business in their own counties, if they agree to cut trees in their own counties, so be it. Let them go and do it there. But they will not do it in Kitui. Let me make it clear again. Trees in Kitui will not be cut.
That's right, Governor.
At the detriment of our people.
And you've made that very clear. Wouldn't it be better if you said, let the police deal with the enforcement, let the county officials deal with the enforcement, residents of Kitui do not take matters into your own hands? Have you made that message clear, Governor? Because
by the time you need to understand what happens in this country, by the time people decide to protect themselves, it's because those who are supposed to do it are not doing it. So you have talked about police today. Tell me, today there is a vehicle that was in Mwingi police station, and that vehicle was stolen at night by people which was carrying charcoal. So where was the police at that time? Some of the officers here are part and parcel of this charcoal burning. They have been part and parcel of this. So people have decided we don't have people to enforce the law. So I don't want to blame our people. Maybe people had to do that so that the police and the law enforcers actually wake up to the reality that people are suffering. Thank you.
Okay. I do have another question on the same note. I guess my only concern is if someone was to lose their life because people have taken this into their own hands. Again, my last question to you, that doesn't worry you, Governor?
Because no, I've not talked about people losing lives.
But we've seen property.
In fact, as this law was being, let me just tell you something that happened a week ago and which you have not even highlighted.
Okay.
In the same mode that people were trying to steal this charcoal, a whole lorry was actually carried away by water in Ngilu River, and the people died. You have not even highlighted this. And I'm very sorry for those lives that were lost. I'm also sorry that that lorry was also lost. But most important, the lives were lost. The lives were lost.
Okay.
And you have not even talked about that.
Governor, we have highlighted...
Please talk about it.
Okay, thank you so much. We have highlighted some of the incidents that have been happening there. We had very comprehensive coverage on the rains that have pummeled the country. Yes. But thank you so much for finding time to talk to us at this moment. Thank you so much, Governor of Kitui County.
Thank you very much for highlighting this, and please continue saying that we have total charcoal ban. We are not going to open up, please. Okay. Tell everybody, let them keep away. Let them come and do other business, but not charcoal and sand.
I can assure you they are watching, but our prayer also is that residents there will also be careful in how they handle this. Thank you so much, Governor.